Okay guys, so this is the problem that we are having from the past exam papers released by the Department of Education. So we check, we have function f, this function f, this is function g. They are saying that we should sketch on the same set of axes. So we can see that our function f is a hyperbolic function, while our function g is a straight line function. So now, what is my a here? My a equals to 3. That means it's positive. So it will be in the first and the third quadrant. My q equals to 1. That means it will be above the x-axis. So this is me analyzing my hyperbolic function. Straight line function is just straightforward. To sketch it, we just need the intercepts, then we are done. So now we're gonna calculate for the intercept. I'm having y equals to 3 over x plus 1. So to find x intercept, I must make y to be 0. Remember, f of x is the same thing as y. So on y I'll put 0. Then I have 3 over x plus 1. 1 comes to the other side, is minus 1. 3 over x. I multiply x to both sides. This cancels. Here I'm left with 3. X times minus 1 is minus x. Divide by 1 both sides. I'm getting that my x is negative 3. So in coordinates form, this is it. Now to find y intercept, I must make x to be 0. So y equals to 3 over 0 plus 1, of which if you press this, it will give you undefined or error, because of there is a denominator of 0, which is an error. Okay, so now I go to plot my function. I must start with my q. My q is positive 1. So positive 1 is somewhere here. So I'm gonna do a red line of the asymptote. It must pass through positive 1. So q equals to 1. You must name it. And then I must show my x intercept. That's minus 3. So it's minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So this is minus 3. I'll make a dot there on minus 3. Now I said a is positive. It will be in the first and the third quadrant. Now this is my function. It has to be in the first quadrant. And in the third quadrant, you can see that it passed through minus 3. Then I am done with plotting graph of f of x. So I can as well name it f of x. Then I come to g of x now, because they said I must plot it on the same set of x's. G of x is minus 2x minus 4. So g of x is minus 2x minus 4. And you can see our gradient is negative, so that means the graph will be this direction. If our gradient is positive, the graph will be that direction. So you need to know that, because this is mx plus c. So we must find the x intercept by making y to be 0. Okay, let me do with a black pen. So my y is 0, that's my f of x equals to 0 minus 2x minus 4. 4 comes to the other side is positive 4 equals to 2x. Divide by minus 2 both sides. My x, because these are cancelling, is gonna be minus 2. Okay, and then my y, if I want a y-intercept, I must make x to be equal to 0. So y equals to minus 2. On x I put 0, minus 4. If you press this on the calculator, you will get minus 4. So in coordinates form, this is minus 2 is to 0. Here is 0 is to minus 4. Remember, here we made y to be 0. That's why we're putting 0 here. Here we made x to be 0. That's why we put 0 there. Now, my x is minus 2. Minus 2 is here. This is minus 2. And then my y is minus 4. So minus 4 will be somewhere there. Minus 4. This is it. And then I plot it. You just take your ruler and then you connect the two dots. You connect the two dots. Then you are done. So I've plotted the two functions. So this is g of x. I've plotted the two functions on the same set of x's. Okay? Then they say to me, write down the equation of the asymptote of f. This is the asymptote of f, is this one. Remember we said that q equals to 1. Q equals to 1. That is the answer to that question. Q equals to y. 1. Another one can say y equals to 1. It's the same thing. Then, no, the answer is this one. It's for this, not for that question. It's for this question. Q equals to 1 or y equals to 1. Write down the domain of f. The domain of f is all the x values included on the function. So the only x value that is excluded is this one. Is this one here. It's this one. Otherwise, if I do the vertical test, which are this, if I do the vertical test, you can see that all, because this function will keep on increasing to the right direction. So all the vertical lines will touch the function except this vertical line, because the function should never touch this line. Okay, so it's important to know that. And even on the other side, if I am to draw all the vertical test lines, you can see that every line will touch the function, right? Except the middle one. So the domain will be x element of every real number, but x must never be equal to 0. Okay, x must never be equal to 0. So check me out on the next video as we do 6.4.